your eyes lock up. And he gives you the look. Like, what, you going to do something about it or what? What, you got something to say to me? And in that moment, you have a choice to make. Do you emotionally, bam, come back, which could, of course, get you in lots of trouble, right? Or do you become very kind of rational and think about it and say, I'm not gonna let myself get in the middle of a mess here. You know what I'm saying? Where do you see Lee? Most readers will say about Lee, he wasn't very emotional. He was more rational. He was more, I've got to think this thing through, and I'm hoping that this thing doesn't end up the way it probably will. Finally, let's go to level 3, how we relate to this text. Let's work at 3A really quickly. What is for you a film or a TV show where a guy or a gal has to make a really tough choice? It is a choice where there is no good option, but still has to try and make the choice. We think as well about important texts of famous leaders. I've already mentioned the Odyssey, Homer's Odyssey. I would definitely write that one down. Let me give you another one from classic tradition, Homer's Iliad, a text that Lee was very familiar with. The Iliad is the story of Achilles and his decision to fight against Hector at the walls of Troy. Achilles is very, very upset that Patroclus, his buddy, has been killed by Hector. And so the decision will be fight outside the walls of Troy. But Hector knows that if he goes and fights, for those of you that have seen Brad Pitt's film Troy, you know all about this final scene. Hector knows that if he goes and he fights outside the walls of his city against Achilles, he will most likely die. So his wife is begging him, his son, Hector's son, begging him, please, please, please don't go tomorrow and fight. Because if you go tomorrow and fight, you most likely will die and we'll lose you and the city of Troy will fall. But Hector says, the man has called me out. It's my honor now. I have to go fight. I don't have a choice. What is for you other texts that come to mind where that tough decision has to be made? And obviously now at 3B, let's go ahead and finish up there. What is the hardest choice in your life you ever had to make? Can you immediately write that down? And then about that choice, ask yourself, was it so hard because it was a choice between two options that both were either really good or really crummy? In other words, I had no real good option. Finally, when you do have to make a really tough decision, think about the last time you had to make a decision. How did you make that decision? Are you predominantly a person who uses your head? You kind of sit down, you make lists, reasons why, reasons against, that kind of thing. As juniors, you will very soon be having to answer this question, what are you going to do after you graduate? This is a tough question. And every time I ask it in front of juniors, their little tummies kind of flip-flop. Because they know that feeling of being asked the question, what are you going to do after you graduate? And you go, I don't know, there's just so many options. Like, what do I do? Do I do more schooling? Do I go to the military? Do I get a job? Do I do this? Do I do that? What do I do? How do you know what is the right thing to do? How do you process? Are you a person predominantly that works off of your rational? You make lists, you kind of work it out that way? Or are you more of an emotional person? You kind of go by your heart. It's kind of an intuitive decision for you. Look back at the last major decisions that you made and ask yourself, how did you make those decisions? Did you consult with people? Did you talk with them? Did you get information? Did you do research? Or are you more inclined to just say, yeah, sure, I'll do that? Think about the last time somebody said, hey dude, you should come and do this with us. Did you just go, yeah, sure, that'll be fun? Or were you more the kind of person that said, well, let me think about it. I got to kind of process this for a while, right? Notice Lee is really struggling to try to figure out what it is that he will do. He had people on both sides obviously pressuring him. We call that peer pressure, don't we? Well, there you go. An introduction to the Lee letter to his son. Thank you.